Alright, let's see. So, what did I miss?
Nothing so far.
Okay, just going over regions and whatnot. Still reading through chat. A lot of chat to read. Alright. But yeah, no, I was thinking like 36 to 40 for time progression days. What are people's thoughts?
I mean, I'm totally fine with 40 days or whatever. I was in favor of longer downtime periods anyway, just considering we usually tend to have a couple weeks between when we were giving them out, which I think we should try to avoid if we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm referring to downtime days, not time progression. So DTDs. For actual time, I'd say about a month and a half. Yeah, about 6 weeks. I would also like to, for this announcement, to announce that upkeep will be triggering at the same time, which means for anyone who has not received a new character sheet, we need to send them the new character sheet. I checked in with, yeah, I checked in with Aura and they said it's good to go. At least on there, they don't have anything else to add. At least not yet. It's gonna take a lot of testing for the other stuff, so yeah, tech team has been pretty good. And I'm pretty sure I added the stuff that was suggested to me as well. Like 99% sure I already added it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for this week, if we can get lore keepers just to send everyone a new sheet, put the old sheets in a old sheets folder, be excellent. I'm going to be doing it the same, just if you send out a sheet, pop the old sheet in the folder so we know that one doesn't need to be sent anymore. But the base sheets are in the main folder of the player subfolder within the drive. Yeah. Yeah, the character sheets are needed for upkeep because it lists a player's lifestyle type as well as uh, what's their default downtime activity and a bunch of other important stuff that's going to be keyed into upkeep. But outside of that, um, let's see here. I know a lot of the heavier story stuff has been on hold for our Locus, with Earlobe being on hiatus right now. Um, I'll be doing some of my own missions, but I've been focusing on the economy. So outside of that, um, I don't think anything is super major to report regarding our Locus. At least nothing spicy enough has been indicated to me at this time. So just as is for our Locus, yeah. And we already have notes for Perugia. I believe you guys were talking about Algeria when I came in. What about Doliter? How's Doliter doing? Any spicy stuff to add, to remove, to note down?
We're good to push on the 8th because Sack's game will be, or game that Sack's group in will end next week,
Okay,
which will push our storyline further.
nice. Yeah, so next Sunday will be the time push, giving everyone 40-day drop, as well as progressing 6 weeks. I'd say 6 weeks, 1.5 months.
I mean, we could do 35 days because that rounds up to 7, which has been an issue for since we have a lot of 7 stuff.
Hmm?
Or
35
42.
days in terms of downtime days drop.
Yeah, like I mean like 35 DDTs because we have a lot of things that are 7.
Mm.
So 35 divided by 7 is 5. So,
I'd probably keep it at 40, just because a lot of the updates I'm doing are relating towards downtime and the time progressions and whatnot. So
okay, that's fine.
I'm doing a huge overhaul right now, and it's on my main desktop. Um, I'm actually in the middle of working on things there, which is why I haven't been able to work it on my laptop. Because if I do, all my progress is going to be lost. Because that's just how World Animal works. Oh,
I would
speaking
also.
of which, go ahead real quick, Yolo.
No, I was just gonna say I would also prefer 40 just because the math works out super nicely for the influence gain to a
Mm-hmm.
nice rounded whole number that is a multiple of 5.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. That's why I enjoy even numbers for downtime options. Um, Speaking of updates, though, I've been contacted by one of the devs of MapTool asking if there's anything that we'd like to see in the next update. So if there's anything of that nature, give a good old post. Let me know so I can let them know your guys' opinions. I have my own stuff I would like to add, but if there's things that like come out to you guys or like we need to have this.
Oh, I mean, it did update to 1.14, but obviously, as a warning, until we've tested it, don't update
Indeed.
for so we don't have any crashes or anything.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think 40 days, 6 weeks, or not six, yeah, no, 6 weeks. Um, the previously aforementioned updates for the different regions, and yeah, I think we're all set there. Is there anything else that people would like to bring up for regions?
We did talk about it briefly before you came in, but for the sake of public record, Bruges will be spending its 5 villain points on an event that will occur next downtime period. Well, I don't want to go into the exact details, but it'll last a while. So.
Yeah. Let me pull up the calendar real quick, actually, to see how much I have for our Logos. So I might want to spend some of it, or maybe hold on to it. Let's see here. World of Syrik, Discord, Adventure, Calendar. Ooh, I'm one away from 10 points in our Logos. Oh damn. All right, we're gonna save that up for a bit more.
I've been hoarding them like a dragon.
Yeah, feed and see more. Hmm. But yeah, no, so yeah, I'm not gonna spend any of the our Logosin villain points. I'm gonna keep them at 9 for now. From the looks of it, we also have Doliter and Eldiria both at 3 remaining, and Bruges, you have 5. I imagine you're using that for the aforementioned use.
Boulder's at 6. We haven't
I need to check,
Dylan,
yeah,
it's
the
total.
calendar.
used any.
Not Destiny use.
Oh.
Yeah, not a lot of people have used Destiny and Dolder. Weird. Bruges, that was the most Destiny. 21 uses in Bruges.
Hey, when my mission finishes, 3 more will be going on.
Uh-huh.
Assuming I don't use
Yeah. I do give a thread. That'd be helpful. Especially
I've
since
been on breaking. Dolator's activity is generally pretty low, anyways. So
yeah. If you can make the thread legacy in the public area, that'd be nice as well, because I'd like to get the community's feedback too. Yeah, a suggestion post, forum post would be better than a thread, actually. That's a fair point, sorry. Yeah, suggestion forum post. Alright. Outside of that, before we get on to the general updates or anything of that nature, anything anyone would like to bring up? Things to note?
Not for time progression, I believe.
Alright. In that case, in terms of my general updates, most of things... I don't know if the ambient noise is getting to you guys, but... Okay. Most of things on my end have been heavily focused on the economy. As for the Ashen class, it's where it was when we last spoke about it.
Yep.
So if you want to work on those updates I have listed, feel free, or I can do them one probably this week when I get back on. The Blood Hunter class is also in the middle of being updated as well. I'd say it's about 30% done for its Unchained revision. Then for the economy, harvesting is getting a huge overhaul. Like a lot of stuff. It's coinciding with the changes we have for structure, so they work out better. Economy itself, for downtime options, so like mercantilism, shopping, things of that nature, also getting a pretty hefty update as well. Again, coinciding with structures. And then regular downtime options are also being changed. The big thing would be all downtime days that grant experience. They're not live yet, no. I have a giant changelog post of every single thing that I'm doing. I'm just like noting it down in a notepad so I can copy, paste it, and send it to you legacy, so I don't have to do anything. It'll just be like a quick, easy, bam, boom, done. But regarding the downtime day experience, all of them are being combined. So if you do one thing that grants downtime days experience, it'll just go to your downtime XP tracker. So like if something says you need 7 days to progress 1 day of like XP, as an example, for the total tracker it'll give you like 5 out of 30. If it says you need like 15 or 10, it'll say you get 4 out of 30. So you basically 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 points that add up to 30, and once you hit 30 you get the experience. Might be more than 5. I have to do the math to make sure it equals out about the same, but everything will be going to that one XP value instead of it being all separated by different things. Yeah. That's a pretty big change. And the new sheets reflect this as well. Oh yeah, what do you want to bring about research? It's a pretty hefty and time-consuming subject on our end, so... I'm not sure what that acronym stands for.
First in, first out.
Ah. Mm-hmm. That could work. Yeah. I mean, if we can get lore keepers to also help out with our research responses for like lore researches, that'd be super helpful too. But most researches in general are just whatever DM is in the region wants to handle it. Definitely heads need to keep an eye on it, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if it's just like general world lore, just post it in Firehouse for me.
I can move those postings.
Yeah, especially since the research and lore channel is more of like all research and lore. So I do have a couple ads there, but some of those are past downtimes things I'm still handling, and some I imagine are new things I need to handle that I have not looked at because I have not looked at the recent ping.
It's probably just me pinging because I was trying to
Probably
ping
just
you
a
for
reminder.
those old lore requests.
Yeah, probably just a reminder. Fortunately, with me going through about a month's worth of Living World questions when I was at work, when there's something like Wednesday or Thursday, I can now handle more downtime related stuff as well when I'm at work. So that should help clear those up pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah. That could help. Yeah. Be much appreciated, Laura. It's going to be a bit, like a couple hours work. You're not wrong. Because you have to go through each and every character sheet, grab the email that's linked to it, send them a new sheet. It's going to be a bit. And that includes civilians too, so. Fortunately, we can just look at the approved characters spreadsheet that we have, because that has every character that's been approved and marked for play, as well as their email, so we can just take the email from there and just send it off. Though I believe we've had a few retirements since then, so we're going to want to make sure that those who have retired are off that list, or at least marked as retired from the list, so we don't, send them an email.
I think we have one that is retired at this point in time that we lost a slot for.
Mhm.
As we took care of the last one, because when we did the other rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of lore stuff, unless it's something that is worldly related, tends to just be, oh, do you want to have a dungeon here? How about make a dungeon here? Or, if you need a random tavern, make a random tavern. Or if it's like mission specific for a DM, then that DM will obviously handle it themselves. But if it's like worldly lore, feel free to ping me. I can answer questions so you guys aren't just, twiddling your thumbs or whatnot. Or you can ask Sky as well, or other lore keepers. Really? That channel doesn't have staff access? Let's fix that real quick. Whoop. Huh. Yep, okay, adding staff to that channel. There we go. That should work. It's true, it's very important for DTDs. Anyways, now that's all fixed. That's pretty much my update on my end for the past couple weeks. Just a lot of heavy updates being worked on, and they're nearing completion, but they're not quite there. Once they are done, expect all these changes to go up on World Anvil, including pets and structures. Because they're all being combined into one giant update for us. Other than that, anything else? Anyone else would like to bring up? Things to note down? Things to discuss?
Training side, unfortunately, no one new has signed up, so we're kind of stagnant there.
Yeah. Well, feel free to give an announcement post letting people know that we are still looking for new staff members, still looking for new dungeon masters. So feel free to sign up. And you can just add the Living World member role, since those are
Yeah,
the only people who would be interested.
I have already sent you the list of people. Legacy.
Mm-hmm. That could help too. Just give us a reminder, weekly reminder of things that still need to be worked on. You can post it in the Firehouse, just so it's pretty obvious. Mm-hmm. Anything anyone else would like to bring up? Things to discuss? Oh, if someone is feeling spicy, by the way, we do still need to have the mail system worked on. Not like the, I mean, we do still need the Divinity mail system worked on, but the player-based mail system. So like package delivery, letters, things of that nature. So if someone wants to take over for that, feel free. Just, put your hat in the ring. You can post it in like Creation Corner or something like that, or Firehouse. Just let me know, because that's again pretty low on my priority list right now with the economy needing to be fixed.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead and release, or go ahead and do a quick once over for systems, vampire thing, and just go ahead and release it.
What?
Oh, Vampire's good to go.
Well, the issue is, even if we do go over it, we still the real only way we can like fully test everything is through people kind of just
Looking at
playing
it,
which is yeah, like uh, there was some issues before, but I think a lot of it is okay, and anything we do need to fix, we just do on the fly because we can't predict what things are going to do.
well, I think the
So
Vamp
Yeah,
Pass, as long as it's unlocked in universe, then we can
yeah,
unlock it.
yeah, that's fine. Like that's more or less what I was planning to do is like effectively
yeah,
testing it live, or maybe running some weird pseudo sessions where people play a
yeah,
Yeah,
vampire and get. But
like what
anyway, yeah, it's not
Twitch did.
unlocked, so that's
yeah.
unless you're
Uh,
suggesting they unlocked it somehow.
well, no, we'll just run tests because I have to do the same for Ashen as well.
Yeah, we can do with Ashen. We can do with the updates for Blood Hunter. I mean, we did with Barbarian when that
Yeah.
came out, and that was very clear what needed to be changed pretty quickly.
No, no, that was me forgetting to go over it because I I've had 36 hours of sleep this entire week.
That's not enough. You need more sleep. Like at least another 18, 24. I'd say 24.
Yeah.
I
The
imagine
the
the vampire class will probably be unlocked via some of the main campaign stuff in Perugia.
yeah,
It's just a Google Doc right now. Yeah, it's ran
it's
up.
the
I think it's
it
pretty solid right now as is, but needs
it's
to be
the
improved first.
it's the same for Ashen. We
Mm-hmm.
just it's we have most of it ready. It's just we need uh
Subclasses.
yeah, the change of subclasses then to go over the rest through, but that requires uh, testing through like actual play. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's not too much left for the Ashen to be
yeah.
updated on it. Most of it right now, actually, I had a lot of the tabs up on my computer. I have them
Mhm.
bookmarked, so I can go back to them for my research on the plans to work on it. The
Uh,
subclasses, as well as the supplies
whatever
you gave me.
uh whatever changes you did do, just send me them and I can start writing them down just to because I've got today and Monday off.
Gotcha. I think all the changes I have are just already put on the page. I
Mhm.
still need to add the mutations. I still need to add the subclass changes. But mutations are basically just going to be like a giant list of alchemical
Yeah,
mutations, but more on the sign of like an eidolon and their evolutions than like alchemist experiments. So, like I have a bite attack now. Or I have the ability to breathe fire for, pre-charge 5/6. Yeah, just random things like that.
outside of that, there were some balance questions, but that's more of a lore and class thing that can be easily answered when you get to it. That's about it.
I'm just gonna repost some of these outstanding lores that have not been picked up by the Eldaria staff into Firehouse.
Mm-hmm. I know in the past we've given experience as a reward for DMs running games. That's something we could do again. Gold, I'd say, isn't really as worth it. And yeah, it's true. Yeah. I mean, people can get experience from downtime. People can get experience from events, from missions. There's a lot of ways to get XP. So having that as a potential reward is not bad at all.
Especially given our current people running
Mm-hmm.
is not exactly high.
We need to help boost that. I imagine with the fall semester going on, that's why we've dropped so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Like I'm not blaming it on because school started. We're starting to get into the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard for people to run games when you're going into October, November.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting school.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine December's gonna have maybe like 3 games ran at most.
Yeah.
December's gonna be the hot month of like nothing's happening.
Also, yeah, people like going for midterm, so I'm not all that worried about it. It's just we don't have a lot of people running, so it can be some issues.
Yeah. We can get some more discussion on this one later. Go into details of other options and whatnot to help incentivize. All right. Don't think so. For suggestion form posts, let's see here. Edit tags. I'm gonna put this one in pending for now. I did mention earlier bringing characters back from retirement. There's already a suggestion post about that. We don't need to discuss that this week, just because meeting's getting a little long already. But if people have any thoughts about being able to bring back characters and the like, keep that in your noggin. Just let that thought flow. Any potential ideas you might want to have for that, any suggestions, any adjustments. But other than that, apparently there's a new suggestion post that I have not read. It seems to be Inquisitor needing adjustments. I will read that in a bit. Anything anyone else would like to bring up, things to note? Also, since it seems I actually have a economy department now, for those who are interested in economy, I know there's already a listing for like a meeting to be set up. I'm probably going to be dropping a lot of documents, or at least making my equipment guide a shareable document on like OneDrive or whatnot, so people can access it and edit and give suggestions. That way we can all collaborate and work on it together. And so I have less of a massive workload to work on, because that document is ginormous. That's something I'll be looking into over this week. Let's see here. All right. In that case, since it looks like we're coming pretty close to an end, just real quick, anything anyone else would like to bring up, things to note, things to discuss before we call the general meeting good to go? All right. Well, appreciate everyone showing up, giving all the help, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna close the recording here.